Welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about behavior change and the emotional cycles of change. We're going to talk about why change is so difficult to make and some strategies we can do to help us when we embark on a change journey. You might be thinking, what gives you the authority and what makes you qualified to talk about behavior change and why you should listen to me? And those are exactly the right questions because, again, I'm just a random girl on the internet. Why should you listen to what I say? I'm just talking from my own experiences, and obviously I want you guys to go and do your own research and make some changes based on what you want to do and the research you've done. But from my knowledge as working, so I'm a trainee clinical psychologist training in the UK, and I've got a little bit of knowledge of behavior change because that's what I do and help clients with on a day-to-day basis. But I'm also embarking on a behavior change journey, and if you haven't watched my first video, please go back and watch my first video where I talk about the 12-week year and what I'm going to be doing and implementing during my change strategy. So I thought I would jump on here and talk about the cycles of change because change is hard, and yeah, a lot of us I'm gonna guess if you've clicked on my video that you're the kind of person who wants to go or embark on a change journey and you're wanting to do something, but it's so hard and it's so difficult. Maybe you've tried loads of different things before and nothing has worked. All I'm saying, give yourself a break. Change is hard. Let's talk about why change is. In the 12-week year, I think kind of the authors talk about something really useful that I'm going to talk about today, about kind of the change cycle, the emotional change cycles, and then how they have there are 5 different stages that we all go through when we're experiencing change. The first one being uninformed optimism. One of my goals is to start this YouTube channel and grow on YouTube and get to create a community, engage with other people who are like-minded. And kind of before I started on this journey, getting really excited about making videos, about making connections, about what ideas I can do, what different things I can start implementing. And then I'm faced with kind of informed, as I kind of dove deeper into the literature and into everything, I kind of learned about informed pessimism. So even though I'm not that far into my YouTube journey, but I know enough that I'm a little bit pessimistic, whereas, I learn about the algorithm, about the amount of people on the platform, and then I go and see what other people are doing with their B-rolls and the transitions and their editing skills and the videoing skills and all of this, and then I'm just like, can I really do it? What do I think I have to offer for me to be able to compete on the highest level? Because yeah, it is hard, and then sometimes I see myself kind of tethering into that bit of the valley of despair where what's the point in doing it? I can't do it anyways. There are other people who are doing this YouTube game better than me, and yeah, what's the point really? So, and then kind of the authors talk about how people might kind of go around quit at this point of being in the valley of despair, and then kind of what's the point and then quit. But some people, they quit and they might decide to come back again and start right at the beginning of that cycle again. I'm not gonna lie, this is not the first time I've had the idea of starting a YouTube channel or having a social media presence. But yeah, I've kind of gotten really deep into the valley of despair and I've quit, and I haven't kind of come back. So I've come back now, and having come back now, I feel like I'm starting right back at kind of the uninformed optimism and wanting to stick to this and commit to this long term for me to kind of learn a bit more, because I've learned throughout kind of my training and kind of throughout life that it's probably going to come a bit where the authors talk about kind of informed optimism. So when you have a bit more knowledge, and I've done a few videos, I've learned a bit more, I've edited a bit more, I can kind of, I'll get competent, and that would allow me to kind of move a bit further and gain some more confidence. And then as I kind of move up the curve and getting kind of some success and fulfillment, and that would be the thing that would help me. But as I say, kind of going through those stages, it's really disheartening, and it's a lot. And then, because in some stages, some people might be there for only a short period of time, and some might be there for a long period of time, and that's quite hard to grapple with. Like, why is it taking longer for me? And then when other people, it's not taking as long. For me, I know kind of the comparison game is really strong, and so it's really important for me to remind myself that it's going to take time, and then I know kind of these the emotional cycles of change, and be prepared in that journey. So I kind of share it with you guys, so that if you're struggling on any behavior change, that actually when you're faced with these feelings of kind of pessimism or kind of being in the valley of despair, knowing that it's normal. A lot of other people experience it as well, but they also come to the other end. Some strategies to think about when you might be in any of these different stages of the emotional cycle of change. We need to get to a place where we're all doing things guided by our vision, guided by our values, and guided by where we want to go. It's really important to know why you're doing this. Why do you want to change? Why, what's going to be different if you change? What's going to be the same if you... Because it's okay to stay, because everyone else is talking about personal development and wanting to change and wanting to do differently. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do that. If you're embarking on a journey of change, be really clear that it's your journey and why you want to do it, because that would be kind of your guiding light when things are hard. So maybe personally, I've written myself a letter to kind of talking about my goals and what I want for the future and why I want to be different and what it would mean for me to stay the same and why I don't want to stay the same. So I'm just thinking, in those times when I'm in the valley of despair, I've got something that reminds me, that grounds me back and reminds me why I'm doing this. Because sometimes it's really difficult when you're in the midst of kind of drowning and you're in the valley of despair to remember your why. So having it written down in your words, preferably in your handwriting, that would be helpful to remember. And if you're also at the beginning of your journey, plan. In the 12-week yearbook, they talk about how it's really important to have systems and plan and ways of checking in with yourself. So if your goal is to grow a YouTube channel and to post every other day or every single week, whatever your plan is, plan when are you going to be recording, when are you going to be planning, and when are you going to be releasing that video, and have different points where you check in with yourself. Yes, accountability is really important. If you're struggling, if you're feeling pessimistic, know that you're not alone. Other people are feeling pessimistic as well. Ask for help. It's okay, tell, 1 or 2 people, trusted key people, about what you're doing, and then just reach out to them and just say, I'm doing this thing. Can you help me out? I'm really struggling with this. But also, I'm hoping this platform will be for us to keep each other accountable. So if you're struggling with anything, please feel free to slide into my DM, comment below, like, subscribe. Let's get in contact. Let's cheer each other on. We're all going to win this year in 2023 and beyond. I want you to win. I want to win. So let's help each other. So feel free to join me. Leave a comment about what you'd like me to discuss next, and see you in the next one.